Hey guys, Craig Atkins here, and welcome to another Weekend Outdoors. Today we're back on the lake looking for hybrid bass, and I haven't been on the lake in 6 weeks. So I was here in the middle of April. It's now Memorial Weekend. Water temperature now is 69 degrees. It was 56 degrees the last time I was on the lake. But so I really wasn't sure where the fish might be. So I just come out into the lake and just started motoring around looking for them. Actually, I just kind of went across the lake and found them in the same place I found them 6 weeks ago, in a deep hole back at the one end of the lake. I'm marking fish all over the place. I've got them on the bottom at 17 feet to 21 feet, and I've got them suspended at 10 to 12 feet deep. So what I've done is set one line right up off the bottom, about within a foot of the bottom, and at 17 feet that line is pretty close to the boat. The other one is set at 10 feet, and I've got it a little further out. So we're using mussels again today. Didn't see any shad on my way out here, so I'm just going to stick with the mussels. They should work just fine today if the fish are active. So stick around and let's see if I can make this happen. Oh my gosh, that was the deep one too. That was right down on the bottom. Oh, there we go, guys. There we go. Oh yeah, we got us a good fish right here. Hello, Betty. Yeah, this one was right down on the bottom, 17 feet. All right, woohoo. Well, I didn't have to wait 45 minutes this time. I've only been fishing about 25 minutes, and we got the first one in the boat. Heck yeah. And that old girl was all the way down on the bottom. And I like it. You know, I mean, we start getting into them down there in 17 feet of water, and we might put a double digit in the boat. We just might do that. There we go. Nice fish. That's a solid 20-inch fish right there, guys. It's a good one. All right. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Whew, you go down and tell your buddies I'm here, and I got a whole bunch of mussels with me today. Oh yeah. You know, wipers are usually on the move all the time, particularly in the spring, early summer. And you know, you're never sure where you're going to find them, you know, other than they're usually going to be out here in deep water. You're always going to find something out here, I would think. You know, I came across a big stretch of water where I never marked a single fish anywhere. And it wasn't until I got down to this part of the lake, and why they're down here, I have no idea. There's just a deep hole right here. It's 25 feet deep, and it's not very big, but there's fish here. And I don't know why they're attracted to it, but they are. But as I got close to this hole, right to the rim of the hole, I started marking suspended fish at 10 to 12 feet. And then when I got closer to the rim, I started marking fish just up off the bottom in 17 feet of water. And then I went out into the hole and I marked fish down, you know, into 21, 22 feet of water laying down on the bottom. So I decided to come back on the rim of this deep hole, and this is where I fished 6 weeks ago when I was here in April. And you know, and the reason I decided to do that is because I was marking both fish on the bottom and fish suspended right on the rim. So I anchored up here above the hole, and I'm fishing the rim, and I've got a bait down at 17 feet, just up off the bottom in 17 feet of water, and I've got one suspended right now at 12 feet. I had it at 10 for a while, but I just moved it down to 12 feet because I've been marking some pretty nice marks at 12 feet. So we're gonna work this for a while. You never know when they're going to turn on, you know, and that's something about wiper fishing I've never figured out. You know, I've been here, you know, at first light, been anchored on them at first light, and, you know, maybe sit here an hour and a half before I get my first bite. And I don't know why that is, but once they start, they start in, and man, it can get pretty hot and heavy there. So, you know, patience is important too. I'm not bluegill fishing, I'm wiper fishing. I'm fishing for, you know, pretty good sized fish, you know, 2 to 8 pounds. And you know, you need to be a little patient for them. I can only remember a few times when I went out at first light, anchored, threw my lines out, and they started going under right away. I only remember a few times that ever happening. Usually I have to wait on them, and I wait until they're ready to go, and boy, I've never been disappointed. So I don't know oh yeah, I just put 2. Oh, you got my other line, you dirty dog. I just put 2 mussels on that and threw it back out. Ooh, don't you get my motor. Yeah, he's got my darn bobber stop sliding again. Dang. How big are you? You're not that big. You're just mean. Just real mean. Dang. He acts like he's 10 pounds. Oh, well, there's my... He even gave me my bait back. Now, that never happens right there. All right, there you go, guys. Here's a nice 18-inch fish. He acted like he was 18 pounds, but he just mad because he didn't get to finish that mussel. But that's a good fish. And he was down there at 17 feet too. And we'll have to reset my darn bobber stop. It slid up. That thing's gonna drive me crazy all day today, I can tell. But yep, there you go. There's a good fish, another one. Now I have the other line set at 12 feet, and I'm kind of debating whether I want to drop it down to 17 feet too, because I've missed 3 or 4 fish out here at 12 feet. So I don't know, and I've missed, that's I think the 4th one on at 17 feet. So I might ride it out just a little bit longer, but if I get another one out here, and I just baited that up, put it out, and poof, away she went. If I get another one at 17 feet, I think I'm gonna move that one down too. But anyway, we're on the board, we're catching fish. We found them, we were looking for wipers, we found wipers, and we're putting them in the boat. So that's what it's all about. You even got one. Oh God, got one right underneath the boat. Are you kidding me? I'm setting my bobber and I got one right underneath the boat with what was left on that hook. Unbelievable. That is crazy. That is crazy. Well, I know one thing, I want to put that other line at 17 feet. Oh, that's a good fish too. Come here, come here. Look at that. Look at that. I was just resetting my bobber stop, and I was bouncing it up off the bottom there as I was sliding my bobber stop down, and that guy grabbed her right down off the bottom. Man, that's a good fish. Unbelievable. That's fun fishing right there. That is fun fishing. You know, a lot of guys have asked me, he said, why don't you use artificial bait to fish for wipers like everybody else? Well, first of all, I don't want to be like everybody else. And two, I catch way more fish using mussels and bobbers than I ever did using artificial bait. I watch the guys out here fish for them when they're schooling in the summertime, and feeding on shad on the surface, and they throw and never catch anything. While I'm sitting here reeling them in one right after another. And they don't know what I'm doing out here. They don't know what I'm using for bait or anything, but they see me catch them. But they know I'm bobber fishing, but they have no idea what I'm using for bait. And those guys will still sit out there for hours and hours and chase schools. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody catch one. I did see a guy last summer catch one when he was spider rigging for bluegill. And he caught one on a big noodle rod, and that was pretty interesting. It took him about 20 minutes to land it. But the guys actually using artificial bait never caught anything. And back when I was using artificial bait, I trolled, you know, Rapalas and spoons and vertical jigged and did everything under the sun. You name it, I did it. And I would catch maybe, you know, on a good year, a dozen. And a lot of times they were small, you know, 7 to 9 inches, and especially trolling, I would catch them a lot of time in August and September, you know, catch little 7, 8 inchers trolling, and that's no fun. That's not what I come up here for, you know. So when I talked to a lot of captains, and I had a friend that raised them and learned a little bit more about them, I found out that, you know, these mussels were a magic bait, and they really like them a lot. And when I started still fishing them, and it was night and day different. You know, I could catch, instead of 13 a season, I would catch 13 in an hour. Wouldn't you rather do that? I know I would. And it changed the game for me once I started still fishing for them. And, you know, I've said it before, the reason I don't just suspend fish over the side of the boat is it's no fun just reeling them in, you know, with 10, 15 feet of line over the side of the boat. It's much more fun to use the bobbers and throw them, oh, I thought I had a bite there, and throw them away from the boat and reel them in from way out there back here and fight them all the way. That's much more fun. But now, instead of catching a dozen fish a year, I catch hundreds of wipers a year. And believe you me, when you're catching 2 to 8 pound wipers, that is a whole lot of fun. And you know, the very first time I used mussels, I went through over a bag and caught over 50 the very first time I used them. Over 50, just tight lining, and I was just suspend fishing in 15 feet of water right over the side of the boat, and they were just pounding it. And it got so hot and heavy that I could only fish with one rod until I ran out of bait. It was an incredible day. So I've been hooked on it ever since, and you know, if you give it a try, I think you'll find that, you know, this is the way to do it. That's a bummer. Real bummer. Now I was marking a lot more fish at the upper end of this hole, but you know, if it's so windy I can't hold. Could go down to the other end of the lake and see if I could find some fish down there. Oh, there went one. Oh my gosh. Oh, he came back and got it. I missed him and he came back and got it. Oh, this might pay off. Oh man. Must have just been enough muscle on there to make him come back. But I'm telling you, it makes him crazy. Makes him crazy. He said, I want that mussel. Get me some. Yeah, I haven't been fishing here more than, not much more than 5 minutes. I've had my lines out. I seen this one take off, missed him, and he came back and got it. And he is mean. How big are you? All right, got him. Whew. Like I said, it's been 2 hours since I caught a fish. 2 hours. And you know, when my anchor caught here, I marked some fish, and like I said, it can't blow me now because it'd be blowing my anchor uphill. That ain't gonna happen. So I have been marking fish. There's one on the screen right now at right around 10-11 feet deep. I set this one at 11, threw it out there, and I haven't been fishing 5 minutes. This is a good fish. I haven't been fishing 5 minutes, and he came back and got her. Loves him some mussels. He must have got a mussel last year and remembered how good they were and come back and got this one. All right, there we go. There we are. That's a nice fish. I do believe that one's probably the biggest one of the day. As good as the first one I got. There you go. Yeah, he might push 21 inches there. That's a good fish. Good fish. All right. You go on away from here. Tell your friends that I still got a lot of mussels left. And I'm open for business. But this seems to be where the fish want to be, so I'm okay with that. Oh, there he went. I got him. Oh, this is a good fish here. This is a good fish. And he got my other line too. Oh, this is a good fish. Good fish. This is the best one so far today. Oh my gosh, what do I got a hold of here? Man. I can't move him. Well, that's a good fish. That is a good fish. If he ain't a good one, he is mad as heck. All right, there's my bobber. Come on. Just a little. Oh, there's my other bobber out there. Oh, he's still got a hold of that line. I thought he was out of it. Look at that. Gosh, it's a good fish. Oh, that's a good fish. Real good fish. Oh yeah, come on. Oh boy, heck yeah. You know, I don't even care. He messed up my other line. Oh, and he did too. This is gonna get ugly. All right, well, we got him. I was watching that bobber. I seen it go under, and that was the first bite I've had on that, or the second bite I've had on that line since since the wind blew me into this hole. And man, I watched that thing go down. I knew I had a solid hookup. So good fish. All right, let me get this mess undone and then we'll take a look at it. Oh, look at that, guys. Woo-wee, that is a hog and a half. Look at the size of that thing. Man, oh man. Man. That is a big old fish. We're going to get him on a scale and get him on the board here real quick and see how big he really is. But anyway, I want you to take a good look at him because I'm going to do this really quick and get him back in the water, and I'll let you know how big he is. Nice fish. Wow, what a monster. Heck yeah.